Rocky Dawuni. Brother David, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, though. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
It's a beautiful day to kind of usher in the first day
Definitely.
of the year.
Definitely.
Right here, setting the tone, setting the vibes, putting the settings on the yard. We are doing factory reset. We're moving it right back to the yard.
Definitely.
Starting right from the yard, the
Definitely.
community, the home, the people.
Definitely.
That's where we are going right now. So it's really a great time to be here because I feel that, with all the celebrations that have been going on, all the people that are visiting Ghana, our brothers in the diaspora right now, everybody feel a big spiritual connection to this land. It's always been.
Definitely.
Because our forefathers and ancestors from Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, all of them foresaw this time. So what we have to do is that we have to celebrate because now, today, I know that there's so many people waking up from here who are from the different parts, the four corners, the 30 corners of the Black experience and the Afro-descendant, world, who are all waking up this morning on a new day in Ghana. So we give thanks to God for a blessed day, and we want to make sure that the clock is set towards the future. The future is about us recognizing the beauty of this land, the divinity of this land. Respect this land, that this land is not a land that can even be sold or given into the power of anybody because this is God-given land
Definitely.
for the Black race in the care of Ghanaians and Africans.
Definitely.
So we wake up today gloriously and we chart our course. We reset the course.
Definitely.
To a future that is for all of us.
Definitely.
A future that uplifts the poor. A future that uplifts the weakling. A future that uplifts the ghetto youth. A future that uplifts those from, it's from those from the top to the bottom. Ghana is not for one people, it's for all of us.
Definitely.
And everybody in the middle.
Definitely.
So today is a day of thanksgiving.
Definitely.
Let's give thanks for life. Let's give thanks for the beauty of a blessed morning of 2023. Being on the sacred land, the center of the earth.
Definitely.
Right here in Ghana.
Definitely.
Yes, I am.
Rocky Dawuni. 12 minutes going into the R2 on Asaase Radio. My name is King Lagazee. Now, Rocky.
Yes, man.
Let's talk about 2022.
Yes.
Let's put it in perspective.
Yes.
How was it like to you as an artist?
2022 was a very interesting year for most artists because most artists, literally around the world, had a very big interruption during the shutdowns and all of that. Most of them lost money. Most of them lost their touring. Most of them even lost their business setting because you needed to have that thing going in order for you to support your network of people. So after that, 2022 was when the light started shining for people to start coming back. Shows started coming for artists. Many tours that were canceled started being rescheduled. So it was like the reawakening for most of us after going through such a pandemic period. And right now, I feel that, for me too as an artist, it was a time to reorganize.
Yeah.
Because when you are put back, everything is interrupted, you have to utilize it in a positive way. So for me, it was a time to, figure out where the future was going, working on my new album, that's coming out next year. And then also putting out the first single during the year as a means to announce that we are all coming out, but what is the direction and what is the setting and what are we ready to communicate to the world? And for me, it was a whole thing of that, we have to elevate humanity.
Definitely.
By humanity, I don't mean only Black people. I don't mean only Africans. By humanity, I mean the sense of who we are.
Definitely.
And recognizing that we are all children of God.
Definitely.
And recognizing that the earth and the planet that we lived on is only through God's grace that we wake up and breathe the air, see the birds sing, hear the birds sing. When you hear the birds sing, that means you are alive.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's a gift from God. So showing our thanksgiving through our responsibility, our oceans, cleaning our oceans, our rivers that are being polluted, Galamsey, all of this stuff, taking control of all of this stuff and rolling back and doing what is required of us. So 2023 for me was gathering all of that. And then for me, I expressed it as a musician in the form of a song. So it was a bold statement of never bowing down to systemic, shall I say, manipulation of people, systemic conversion of the rights of individuals through extra political, social, technological manipulation that was going on for everybody. Everybody was dealing with it and finding who we are and standing up to the new versions of deities. You know, deities can come in different ways. Deities can come through misinformation. Deities can come through, fake idols that are elevated for people to focus their attention on. So this song was never bowing down to idols. And by idols, I mean that we have to go to what is true, what is African, who we are. And I was looking at all that was going on, the festivities, and our brothers and sisters being here and going to all the festivals. I was literally like a fly on the wall. I was going through and meeting them and seeing the love and the connection that they feel that right now their feet is on this ground. And it dawned on me how sacred everything is and elevating that energy. So for me, it was 2022 was a year of setting a new course.
Setting a new course.
A new course. And the new course was, letting the music move to the front, letting the power of the people lead, also speaking truth to power, and knowing that we need to, as Ghanaians, we need to let our voices be heard. We can't look at prevailing circumstances and be bystanders. We need to participate. The concept of democracy is about the people being an integral part of it. So we have to find that power in us and also lead our leaders to do what is right for all of us. That's how we all can create that beautiful, amazing space that will take care of all of us and also rightfully, express our future too and our responsibility for coming generations.
But Rocky, you said we should lead our leaders. How do we lead our leaders?
We lead our leaders by making our voices be heard.
Okay.
If our voices are not heard, if you feel something in you and every day you complain but you don't talk about it, then who will know what you are feeling? And at the same time too, if you don't participate in making your country great and every time expect that somebody else can bring manna from heaven and part the seas for you, then what are you contributing? You know what I mean? So it's about Ghanaians knowing that the power that lies in us is action. We need to, I travel and I see so much land laying around, like in Europe, when you go through to Amsterdam, everywhere you walk, there's cornfields. There's all the youth need to take control of their destiny and also enter into areas of opportunity, agriculture, all of these. I mean, traditionally, when we were growing up, that was what our fathers did.
Yeah.
But now with all the knowledge base that we have, the education and all, we need to jump into that space and own that space. And I feel that the future belongs to those who act, not upon those who sit down and wait for another miracle.
Zing! Asaase Radio, the voice of our land.
This is Asaase Radio, the voice of our land. 18 minutes gone into the R2 over here, and trust me, we're having one-on-one with David Dawuni, a.k.a. Rocky Dawuni.
Easy.
And Rocky already. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The man is Mr. Everything. You understand? He's a humanitarian. You understand me? So when he speaks from all angles and all that. And I like it, seriously. Rocky, let's talk about the Ghana music industry and let's limit ourselves to, reggae.
Yes.
Let's not even talk about dancehall.
Yeah.
Let's talk about reggae.
Yes.
Rocky, you've been in and out, and quite recently, I could say Rocky Dawuni is in because anytime I'll pick up my phone and call him and say, Lagazee more Ghana.
I they pick my phone, I they respond.
He didn't respond. Lagazee, are they Ghana by you? Charlie, I'm in the north. Yeah, I'm doing this and that and that. And I'm like, wow,
Yes.
that's great. Now, how do you see our reggae industry?
Well,
I am wondering because, it look like we are not making enough bars.
yes, but the thing is that we don't have to see it. You see, my point of view, and I'll reiterate that. There's only one industry here, and that's the Ghana music industry.
Definitely.
And the Ghana music industry needs to expand to embrace every dimension and color and texture that is a part of the collective whole. And by that too, I say sometimes the stone that the builder refuse is always the head cornerstone.
Yeah.
Reggae music, Ghanaian reggae music, is not necessarily a foreign rehash. Reggae, when you look at it critically, most of our brothers, Jamaicans, ancestrally and even DNA-wise, are from this land.
Definitely.
From Ghana here. They can trace their ancestry straight to Ghana. So when even we look at reggae music is a dimension of Ghanaian music.
Definitely.
And when Ghanaian artists start playing it too, the thing is that the angle should not necessarily be, remaking what our brothers are doing there, because our brothers are expecting us to reinterpret it too in our own vision so that it will re-inspire them too.
Definitely.
You listen to Bob Marley's music, you listen to Peter Tosh, the founding fathers, all of them talk about Africa.
Definitely.
They talk about Africa only as a place just to come here and chill. It was also talking about musicality, that the ball was being thrown here. So how do we also take the ball and also reinterpret the ball and throw it back? Because it's a cultural conversation. So first of all, the industry has to know that even when it comes to currently, a lot of the variant of Ghanaian music that has been able to internationally impact and bring a lot of glory to our music, it is steeped in this energy of reggae and dancehall, And that does not mean that it is taken away from our traditions, because when you look critically too at what we call Ghanaian reggae, it's fully like high life music, Afro music, and all of that. Mine is Afro. We have Afro roots, we have Afro dancehall, and all of that. And all of it is creating, artists who are playing Afro dancehall are making impact around the world. My music is making impact around the world. High life music is making impact. So we have to see it collectively in the spectacles of Ghanaian music and make sure that if a Ghanaian artist is playing a style of music, we support him.
Definitely.
Not necessarily say that, because it's playing reggae music, so that means that it is foreign or it's Jamaican or it's, Jamaican is Ghanaian. And if you're looking at the diaspora in a bigger sense, even in Marcus Garvey's vision, Kwame Nkrumah's vision, Africa and the diaspora are all the same. Out of many, one people.
Easy. Rocky, hold it right there. The main reason why I raised this particular topic of reggae not being loud in the way was that in the festive season, there were a lot of shows. You understand me?
Yes.
A lot of artists were kind of billed from outside Ghana and all that.
Yes.
And I stand to be corrected. On the main big stages and all that, Lagazee, I couldn't see an original reggae artist or Afro roots artist being billed, performing to audience. And that is my worry.
Yes.
I quite remember those days, you understand me, from the early 2000s coming up, every 6th of March, Rocky Dawuni has a festival, a concert.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yes.
Which he builds, artists. He gives opportunity to rising artists and all that, to showcase their talent. But it's no more again.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know why. You have to tell us the main reason why now.
You
understand me?
The thing is that the formative part of that festival, when I was doing the Rocky Dawuni Independence Splash, the idea was Ghana's independence. It was based upon Kwame Nkrumah's statement. The liberation of Ghana is meaningless unless it leads to the total liberation of
the whole
Africa.
Africa.
And by a concept of Africa to Africa does not mean continental Africa. Africa means Africans home and abroad. You know, as if you're tracing the line of thinking from Marcus Garvey and the founding fathers. So the independence concept was always a time to commemorate an opportunity to reinvigorate this message, because the message is not a message of the past, it's a message of the future. You know, so this concept was about that. So after I did it for several years, about 10 years, I decided also that the logistics of, you know, carrying a festival that was self-funded most of the time, a lot of time, because, you know, you're trying to get sponsors and all of that, but it was, it was a really tough thing. So every time we had to self-fund it. So it got to a point where we're like, okay, let's pause this for some time and really be able to elevate our music to and push a little bit further and then come back again to reinvigorate this. Because when you're an artist like me, operating a lot of things, you have to be original in your thinking, and you are not, you know, a system darling, you know, because you're carrying a certain message and you're carrying a certain vision that to some extent is a challenge to the status quo. Sometimes you're not the favorite of everybody.
Definitely.
That does not mean that you're not a favorite of God.
Definitely.
You know, so for me, it's about bringing that. So even in the festive season, you know what I mean? I've been here, you know, but the thing is that I'm not sitting here complaining that I haven't been billed on a concert or that kind of stuff. But, you know, what you're saying is very obvious, you know, and there's a need for us to do what is right. And for me, it's not a matter of pointing hands, because, you know, pointing hands is only for the weak. You know, we stand strong in our conviction and in what God has given us, and nobody can take it from us, or nobody can give us permission to be on their stage to be who we are. We are who we are innately.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
So it's a quality thing that will add to, if next year we are looking and, you know, our the people who are doing all the festivals, you know, recognize the importance and give that respect and all of that for, you know, more of artists who are also who represent the Pan-African vision, you know? I mean, it's beyond return and all of that kind of stuff shouldn't be just about party. It's a spiritual thing. You know what I mean? So the artists need to come from a deeper sense of spirituality. It's a vision of ancestors who died across the sea, lost their lives, survived for years and years, and had a vision that one day their children will come back home to reinvigorate that energy. So we can't have a topical thing of every time, you know, granted it's good. We have to have party, we have to celebrate. We have to have party artists be there. But at the same time, you can't lose sight of the conscious artists who are the foundational vision of this concept. So for me, it is something that it's, I'm throwing it out there for the opportunity for us to do the right and also, you know, bring in that element, you know, to alter it in order to expand what it could be, you know. So, you know, what I have to say is that in the long run, we are a blessed country.
Definitely.
You see, and the thing is that when you're forging a perfect union, you don't start from a place where everything is in harmony. It has to, you have to move from disharmony where every aspect is working to organize and expand itself. And then gradually, we bring everybody, different interest groups together to focus us on what is right.
All right.
I am a Ghanaian. I'm an African. I'm a proud black man. You know, I defend, you know, our land. I defend our people. You know, I defend our country. I defend our flag. And there's no way that I will not continue to have my love for my country and my people eternally. So we give thanks for that.
All right.
Yes,
29 minutes going into the hour. 2 on Asaase Radio.
Zing. Asaase Radio, the voice of our land.
In the meantime, one big love to the personal manager for Morgan Heritage. I'm talking about the one named Skelly Dread. You know, Skelly, anywhere you find yourself, big respect and thanks. You understand me? Respect every time, Skelly. In the meantime, one big love to One Swag and Razak. You guys are in tune. Big respect and love coming from the big man himself, Skelly Dread.
Easy.
Now, Rocky is in the building, so I would like to announce the phone lines once again. You understand? In case you have any question, just hold your peace and just prepare yourself so that when I say call in, you can call in and ask your question. 0200 009951 or 0549 157777. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, just hold your gun and prepare your questions when I say go, and then you can step in with your questions. Rocky.
Yes, ma'am.
The main reason why, I am asking this is that we are looking at Rocky Dawuni not being any kind of artist, but we're talking about 3 times Grammy-nominated artist. And it is not as if you are not in Ghana. You are around. You understand me? And it is not as if all these festivals and all that don't know about Rocky Dawuni. You understand me? This is a man carrying Ghana music, to the international level. You understand? And we're talking about Grammys as people see it as the ultimate. You know what I mean? Others are wallowing, others are trying, but we're talking about Rocky Dawuni. You know what I mean? So I am still wondering why. You understand me? Look like, I don't know whether it's an obvious plan to kill reggae music or what. I just don't know. You understand me? Giving chance to, Walipa noise music to be heard, and the conscious one is kind of, overlooked and all that. That was why I was asking that reggae, can we survive 2023 in Ghana?
The thing is that nothing can stop God's plan.
Definitely.
Yeah, and when you are a voice that articulates the deepest sentiments of the people, you articulate the deepest sentiments of God. So no man can stand in your way, and no machinations of man can diminish the shine, So for me, I don't think there's some conspiracy to diminish the music in any sense. It's just that the people have to do what is right. You see, for me, it's not me against somebody or we against them. But as you said, it's a question that I think that you can rightfully put to all of them, and ask them that question. I think that I can't even answer that question because, I am having a great time being here.
Definitely.
Joining, just waking up here, going jogging in the mountains, appreciating the peace and stability in Ghana, appreciating that we had no issues this December with so many people coming in. And, granted, there's hiccups here and there. Ghana was kind of the focus too of the rest of the world, So it is up to us for our people to do what is right, and kind of showcase the extent of what Ghanaian music has done in terms of impacting the world. If we don't want to showcase what our victories are and what our gifts are, why will God give us any more gifts? So if the truth is there, the truth cannot be denied, and some of the works that some of us have done and other people have done has been unquestionably for the lifting of the flag of our country in no selfish ways, but to be a conduit too for the empowerment of all our brothers and sisters and opening new doors.
All right.
So the question I think you're asking, I think you should put the question to the individual platforms.
Okay. All right.
That's a Lagazee question for all of them.
All right. So let's go on. 34 going into the R2. Let's go on the line and pick up a caller. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Easy.
Sorry about that. So you can call in now and ask your questions. If you have any question for Rocky Dawuni, I want you to be part of this conversation. 34 going into the R2. call in 0200 009951 or 024 0549 0549 157777. You can call in and be part of this particular conversation. You know, we have Rocky Dawuni in the building. Rocky, let's talk about your nominations now for the Grammys. And I know on the 5th of February, you know, that will be a Sunday, trust me, will be the Grammys. Let's go on the line and pick up a caller. Hello.
Hello?
What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Zenu.
You're calling from Zenu, and your name is?
My name is Kwesi Kuda.
Okay, Kwesi Kuda. Let's hear from you.
I'm an one. I love reggae music very well. And I love good reggae music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Ghanaians are not playing any good reggae music.
Mm-hmm.
That is why you, the DJ, you do play Bob Marley, culture, and all this anytime. If Ghanaians reggae artists are playing good reggae music, they could have taken the air. By the way, where is Black Prophet? Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Black Prophet, where is he?
He's around.
He's in Ghana now.
I don't know. I have no idea.
You don't know your own artist.
I have
You
no
understand?
idea.
They always will play Jamaican reggae music. Oh, black people. For how long shall we learn? Thank you.
All right. Blessed give thanks every time.
Easy.
Well, the main thing is, when you talk about Lagazee, Lagazee is one selector who is connected to every artist. You understand me? I push to every artist, you know, so if you don't respond to me, I refuse to respond, you know, or to respond back to the artist. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm at Futa. I want to ask, I want to know the award that he won.
You want to know the awards that he's won?
I don't think
Yes.
awards are important to me. Sorry, my brother. You know, I do music not for awards, you know. so
Definitely.
I do music because I believe in it. I
Definitely.
do music because it's a mission,
Definitely.
you know. So everything that is added is just an attribute that comes with that, you know. So for me, I don't acknowledge and I don't go, you know, trying to, you know, feel any way when I'm not nominated or awarded in certain sense. You know, I think that the music itself, it's God's award to me.
Definitely. So
I hope I answered the question. Yeah.
Definitely. So on the 5th of February, will be the Grammys, the 65th Grammys.
Yes.
You know, in
Yes.
Los Angeles, and
Yes.
trust me, Rocky Dawuni is in there for us with Never Bow Down, featuring Black Hero.
Yes.
Now, Rocky,
Yes.
for the third time,
Yes.
you know, you've been there twice.
Yes.
This is the third time.
Yes.
Is there any hope for Ghana for at least register our name for the Grammys? We've been there in terms of nominations. We know that. We appreciate that.
Yes.
But
yes. Yes.
in this sense,
But you say no man can predict, you know, because every artist that is nominated comes from a background of huge artistic support. And I mean, when you look on the list, you know, like the Pakistani musicians and the Indian musicians, I mean, these are artists who are huge around the world. Although if we don't play them on the radio, that does not mean that they're not huge. you know.
Definitely.
It doesn't mean that only the thing that we play on our radio and we know is what defines the world. So, you know, it's a category that has a lot of great luminaries who all, the reason why everybody's nominated is because they have music that has been able to impact on a certain level. You know, so for me, it's, you know, you can't be, you know, worrying about that. And I don't worry about that. I'm just thankful that, you know, conscious music is also breaking through the door. because when you look at a lot of the music, in terms of when it comes to message, Never Bow Down is a song of profound message. And I think that this nomination has given an opportunity to also be able to reach a lot of people and also wake the minds of a lot of people. So I think that it has achieved a lot. As to if the blessings is going to take another step forward, that's in God's hands. And I think that we don't have to worry about it. The music itself walked right there and got a nomination. So the music has its own feet. And we just keep a positive outlook, and we celebrate to be there again, to be in Los Angeles, among our contemporaries, and have fun, enjoy the moment, and just the rest of the outcome, whichever way is that we're still moving up.
Definitely.
Yes, I am.
So,
and remember that this is just a single of the coming album.
definitely.
So the album too, they come.
The album, they
so
come.
next year, people have to be ready.
The fire, they
You know,
come.
them can't, they're gonna be tired to see us, knocking doors and breaking down walls, And a lot of time people come and they try to question. I'm just like, you can't question our mission.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Our inspiration, the only thing that will dampen our mission is when we lose faith in ourselves and our conviction. And our faith keeps getting stronger. And we have been able to push our voices, gradually in a way with music that has not had any support in any essence, systematically in any way, but it has been only through grace that we've been able to circumvent certain doorways and keys and gatekeepers and, flag wavers and all of that.
All right.
And keep rising. So next year, they have to be ready, because this is the first one has been nominated for a Grammy. So wait for the album too.
Wait for the album.
Easy.
It's going to be this year, 2023, right?
Yes, this year.
In which month are we talking about, Rocky?
We should push it more later part of the year. Let's try to enjoy the year first.
Asaase Radio, the voice of our land.
Wow. I can't wait. So, Junior Maestro all the way from Norway says, yeah, Rocky Dawuni is the man. Big up yourself, Junior Maestro. Brain Son of us says, blessed love to ones and ones, especially to the Asaase radio crew. Salome Abuaji Asari says, please tell Rocky Dawuni. Agatha says, Happy New Year to him and the wife. All right. Kamel Aldinjan says, is it, does it, King Lagazee, more fire, kian, cool, kian, quench. King Lord Morgan says, Rocky Dawuni have no size. God bless him and give him long life, blessings, and I love him so, so much. All right. Kamal Andinjan again says, let them know Asaase Radio and King Lagazee are blazing hot. Rocky Dawuni is on fire. Kwasi Rankin says, big up Rocky Dawuni. Surely he make us proud.
Easy.
Yes, of course. Rocky is making us proud, almost every time. But Rocky, what do you make of you going for interviews and you put scientists in perspectives and writers change whatever, you say?
Yes.
The other day I saw, a live and you giving warnings to some sites. I don't want to mention name over here and all that. Rocky, how do you feel? Like somebody who is carrying the torch for Ghana music, taking Ghana music to places and all that. And you back into the country, you go for interviews, you say A, B, C, D, and writers coin it up to be the other way around.
Yes, it's so unfortunate, and I think that I'm not the only person that is being subjected to this. This is something that a lot of people, who have created a good name for themselves, have, people who are also just exploiting, I call it bottom feeders, because, when you can take somebody's, the thing is that if you if you do honest reporting, somebody says something, and you report it, and then you let other people, comment on it, and it's truthfully what the person said. First of all, it shows the honesty, of whoever is reporting. But if the person is not even there when that happened, and then they take aspects of what they hear, and then they create new, and then you say one thing, like, I'll give an example. I talked about us being original and us working hard to push your music forward, because if you're originality, that means you're coming with something unique. And then pushing hard is having the work ethic to work on it, to make sure that regardless of what it is, you are guaranteed for success. Then the media will say, because I said be original and also have a work ethic, that means, Ghanaian musicians are copycats, and also Ghanaian musicians are lazy. You see how they twist your word. You are talking positively, and then they take it and then twist it on the negative count. It's almost like you put out light, and then the forces of darkness come to represent the dark aspect of it. So for me, if anybody is coming from that energy, that position, fire burn you. I'm not gonna put no holds barred on it. You know what I mean? I will tell you right to your face. You can't go, certain people, you don't even know when you twist the words. It's not everybody that has the capacity to deal with a whole group of people attacking them for something they did not do. Many people you think are celebrities and all of that. They're just humans, And
Definitely.
for them to go and speak on something, and then somebody twists it, and then all of a sudden, people who don't even read the content of the thing, they only read the headlines, start attacking them, attacking their families and all of that stuff. It is a terrible situation for somebody who is only twisting it so they can get more clicks, so they can put a little money in their pocket, for them to turn somebody's whole life for public fodder. So it is something that I know is happening prevalently here. So my thing is that all the media houses, the bloggers, and who are there, we should utilize that medium to also elevate the positive. We should utilize that medium to shed light on what is true, and not only twist the truth because you're paid to do that. And because you're paid to, when you see the wrongdoing, you'll never point out the wrongdoing just because you are being paid. Then you're an outlet for everything that is wrong with us and our country. So I will, and they can even twist what I'm saying in any way and put anything, but I'm ready for them. You know what I mean? I'm a military child. I was born as a soldier, so me no fear nobody.
He's up, Rocky Dawuni. Rocky Dawuni says he's ready for all I want to know. You think a child's play? So Rocky, I would like to find out from you, all those platforms, if they invite you for interview, would you go?
Of course.
All right.
I'm not attacking the platforms. I'm attacking the content that is being put out.
Definitely.
And for me, most of those platforms are respectable platforms. That's why I want them to be respectable mediums of telling our story.
Definitely.
Not necessarily twisting the stories for sensationalism. So I am not going on some path to have negativity is something I abhor.
Definitely.
For me, I'm saying that because it affected me personally.
Definitely.
And at the same time, I had been talking about it in terms of the media being truthful. So when it affected me, I also felt the pain of it. I'm human.
Definitely.
And I felt how, people were calling me and saying, oh, did you say that Ghanaian musicians are lazy? Did you say that Ghanaian musicians are copycats? I'm like, where did I say that? I never said that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And many people are like, oh, Rocky say Ghana musicians are, why Rocky they insult Ghana musicians? You're supposed to be our godfather, then now you insult us. It's negative.
Definitely.
So all I'm saying is that all those media houses, I honor their voice. I honor their ability to speak to the people. I honor the work they put to create that platform. They should just use it for positivity, and they should know that whatever they write, they should think about it before they put it out, because if it's impacting people's lives, there should be responsibility. And then if they do it wrongfully, they have to also know that they have to bear the consequences of it.
All right. Black Pullover says, big up to Rocky Dawuni in the studio. I'm watching you guys live from TNT. That is Tema Newtown.
TNT be bombo. Hey, Black Pullover. Aha.
Yeah. All kind of names.
Yeah, Charlie. Don't be easy. Don't be easy.
Yo.
Yes.
50 minutes got into the hour, 2 on Asaase Radio. Exactly 3 p.m. we'll be out of here. So, Rocky, touching back again on the album, how many songs is it going to be? And do we have any features on it?
All of those questions I can't answer now because it's in the process of... The album is still being worked. Songs have been worked on. More is being worked. Even last night I was in the studio.
Okay.
So I'm working. I'm going to... the thing is that I feel that this is an album too that would be something to that there's going to be some cool features. Because already there's a tone that has been set already. The first single has attained a lot of attention. So the album has to be something that I feel that there's certain artists here that I love who, if their song is right, because it's not necessarily just putting somebody on but if you have the right song, I would love to feature a lot more contemporary Ghanaian musicians on this album. So that if we get another nomination, it will be something too that will be bringing a lot more light on our collective too and our industry and all of that. So, and also the diasporian community. This is more of a statement, a statement album. So it will be. It's still being formulated and all of that. The process is still going.
All right. But there is one thing also, that anytime musicians from Ghana go out there, people do criticize them a lot that their outfits don't really represent Ghana. But you on the Grammy, red carpet, you always represent Ghana in the full style, in the full, Soul style and all that. And what informed that particular fashion sense?
Well, have you heard of my song In Ghana?
Yeah, I know.
I represent this country in every aspect. Since I started, I've flown the flag of Ghana on many stages. The work that we've done internationally for several years is what is bearing fruit right now in terms of even our industry getting a lot of attention right now. But we are not the ones that will go out and claim and beat our chest and claim to be somebody. It's obvious. God knows what we put in. So for me, everything that I do, because being on that stage, I have to represent Ghanaian designers. Everybody goes there and they go wear the Givenchy, the Dior, what is a foreign brands. They don't mean nothing to me. What means something to me is our designers who, like me as an artist, are also taking cultural motifs and creating cutting edge designs. The next big designers in the world are all positioned to come out of here.
Definitely.
So when I step onto an international stage, I want the people, the foreign media, and many of them came up to me and asked, which designer did your whole thing? Thinking that I'm going to say one of those big designers. And I then mentioned, this is a Like, cancer from Ghana, and then, you stretch it for them to see that, yeah, man, that you are representing royalty,
Yeah, chest high.
Yeah, chest high, this is Bediakun, this is Juju I, So for me, it's a matter of pushing our creativity and to know that the ecosystem And then I'm also trying to, for me, I like to set examples too, so that my contemporaries and other musicians also look and also learn that you can go out there and be wearing some foreign designer thing and then be talking of Ghana. You're not taking advantage of that platform to amplify who you are.
Definitely.
So we have to know that every space we go, every opportunity that we get, is because of the love of our people and the spirit of our ancestors that has projected us there. So you don't take it for granted. I don't take anything for granted. I know my origins. I know as a little boy that had a dream that always wanted to be on a big stage and always want to sing. And I know how hard I worked. But I'll also say that there's also the energy of our ancestors and the spirit of our country that has buoyed and supported me all the way for those platforms. So I have to utilize that to push industry, to push creativity, and also to elevate the red, gold, green flag with the black star, because what it represents is a beacon, not only for Ghanaians, it's a beacon for Africans home and abroad. So that's what every step and every place we go, that's what we represent. So I will eternally be working with our designers and our creative people to keep amplifying what is Ghanaian and what is African.
All right. Easy. We have 4 more minutes to go away. Oh God, it's been so lovely. Anytime I book Rocky Dawuni, it's like, like real conversations, you understand me? And he's got the industry at heart, he's got the country at heart, he's got Africa at heart and all that. Easy. We can't wait for that album. I don't know the album title yet. I don't know whether he's even got an album title yet. I don't know how many songs on it.
Everything is not yet.
Not yet. Yes. I can't wait. And as he said, he would like to feature a lot more Ghanaians on it, so that if God opened the door and is also nominated for the Grammys, all those artists will be on there. Easy. You remember the Branches of the Same Tree had Samini on it.
Yes.
Yeah, you understand me? So you should know that, So he said the door is open. So, and are you looking for big names in Ghana, Rocky?
You're like a lawyer, You reframe the question, Your Honor. Can I reframe the question and ask the same question again? King Lagazee. Don't worry, Yaad Settingz will get the information, but not yet.
Definitely.
Asaase Radio, the voice of our
All
land.
right, Rocky. Before I leave you finally, your word of advice I'm going to play Never Bow Down featuring Black Hero. I've spoken about this severally on this particular, platform. Rocky, we took the info from Rocky in terms of the main reason why he featured Black Hero. We also contacted, Black Hero. We spoke to him about, this. The plan was to get him today, via Zoom, but, he's on the road. You know what I mean? So that plan couldn't really work. But we hope and pray that the next time we have Rocky over here, we can also have Hero via Zoom. So, Rocky, before I leave you finally, your word of advice, to the reggae industry.
My word of advice is that, let's sink deeply into, our sound. We have an opportunity to redefine our sound. And I always say that when we say reggae, there's an African sound. I call mine Afro Roots, And I feel that having an identity for our sound is also key. And it doesn't diminish the fact that it's not reggae or it's reggae, or even reggae was a term that was coined, when, Toots and the Maytals did a song, do the reggae, and all of that kind of stuff, So it was something that was coined. So our sound should include, the elements of who we are. as the Afro Roots sound has always represented. So I'm telling our musicians that that's what we need to do. I mean, right now, you can even see Afro beats has its own identity, that was kind of changed a little bit from what Fela's Afrobeat is. So we have to define what our sound is and push that sound, and then, the rest shall be added onto us. So that's what we should do. And then in the long run, just have fun doing it and be inspired. That's all that matters in the long run.
All right. So a quick one, Nanache, he said, please, can you guys suggest to corporate Ghana to build a large auditorium like O2 in Ghana for Ghana Music and Artists Center? Also suggest to Sarkodie to establish orchestra band for live concert. I'm saying this because his performance at BBC Radio concert with the orchestra was superb. Thanks and big up to your guy in the studio, Rocky Dawuni from Nana, Bronx, New York.
Easy.
Thank you so much. My name is King Lagazee. I would like to say big respect to Elombini, Naro Bauer, Junior Maestro, Benedict Jaffes, Bob Africa, Debbie Day, Kobe Nkrumah, technician on duty. Yo, you're superb, man. Yeah, man, Naro Bauer. Big respect to Carrie Shulevine. Mama, respect and manners.
Easy.
Yeah, man, she always lays with me and say, yo, Lagazee, this and that. I say, yo, cool down, mama. Cool down, mama. Everything is all right. Big respect and thanks to Rocky Dawuni for coming through. My name is King Lagazee. If you say a prayer, say one for us. 2023 is going to be a beautiful year. All I'm telling you is never bow down. Rocky Dawuni featuring Black Hero. We out.